Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Dalran and we are discussing how to play the spec that I am playing, which is a tanky Nightblade. Alright, so right now we just got up to level 10. We have 7 magicka, 2 health. You want to get into magicka as much as you can from the beginning and then go into health, but you can go first health and then magicka if you wish, if you want to feel like you have more health. I'm just going for as much damage as I can, because you're going to be pulling more than one guy at a time, usually 2 because you can handle it, and sometimes 3 if you're really good at it. Alright, so we're concentrating on armor and magicka as much as we can, and magicka regeneration. I have Boon of the Lady, and it's actually a nice one because it reduces damage taken from spells, as you will have a lot of armor but not too much spell mitigation. Let's get on to the talents. So what I'm having is, first of all, class abilities. I have 17 of softening. I have Soul Shred, which is my ulti. It's an AoE stun that stuns enemies and lets me steal their health while they're stunned. I have Swallow Soul, which it damages the enemy and then heals me for 30% of the damage over 10 seconds. Also, while I have it up, any kind of healing outside of that is increased by 7%. The other ability I have is Prolonged Suffering, which is my CC. It stuns an enemy for 12 seconds, and after the effect is broken, they take dot damage. So this is great when you want to stun one enemy, go for the other, and then when you come out fighting the next dude that was stunned, he's coming in already wounded, or starting to get wounded. So you already have an upper hand already, as it helps you a lot having to pull more than one enemy. I'm also grabbing Magicka Flood to increase my magicka while softening ability slotted, because you will want plenty of magicka. For my weapons, I have 2 skills that I'm running, and one is Ransack, which is actually an upgraded version of the original. I attack my enemy, decrease the armor by 40%, and buff mine for 12 seconds. It's also a taunt. It takes stamina, but if you use it well, and if you don't have to block too many times, if you can avoid the damage more than half the time, you'll have plenty of stamina to use this ability. Then I have Low Slash, which deals 45 physical damage and snares the target for 60% for 11 seconds. It also reduces target's weapon damage by 15%. This is great against enemies that have weapons, and I apply it from time to time in order to reduce their weapon damage. It's better to be used on single target than AoE, because you're able to manage it better, while in AoE and multiple targets dealing at once, you're not able to really manage it as much because you have less stamina, as you're going to be rolling and blocking a lot more often. I have Fortress right here, which reduces the cost of blocking by 15% and reduces the cost of one hand and shield abilities by 5%, which is rudimentary. And now I can finally grab Sword and Board. Actually, I might not even grab that. Increases weapon damage by 2% and block mitigation by 10%. I might think about it because I do have 1 point to spend. I'm thinking I'm going to do into that, but it's really up to you guys. Then there's also Heavy Armor, which I have Resolve, which allows me to increase my armor by 2% and Spell Reflect based by how many heavy armor pieces I have on me. So right now it seems like I have 4, maybe one of them is broken, so I get only 8% armor and 8% spell reflect or spell resist. The more of it you get, the better. And then I have Constitution, which increases your health regeneration by 2% per piece of heavy armor equipped. Right now mine is 8%, but as soon as I get some shoulders and some helm and make sure every single piece of mine is heavy, then I'll be able to gain even more health regeneration as the battle goes on. Some of the other choices that are there is Undaunted. You can grab the Blood Altar, which you set an altar and it allows enemies to channel to heal themselves. Only one person can channel at a time, and I believe after a certain amount of channels it goes away, but it's one of the big cooldowns. You can use this for a friendly fight, or you can use it really for yourself. It depends on your playstyle. If you're really able to channel it anytime soon, maybe LOS a target, channel for a quick just to gain some health back, and then get back right into the fight. I'm not sure if the channeling is interrupted by damage, or if it's not, which would be perfect if you're fighting some elite mobs. Racial is something you can spec into. I am doing high elf. You can get spell charge later on to increase magicka recovery while in combat, and gift of the Magnus to increase the amount of magicka by 4%. Okay, I was about to move out of the way, but let me show you guys what's going on. So I use my root on the guy that is up close fighter. I'm going on the caster, and I'm hitting 1 in order to deal damage and start getting heals. Now that the enemy right here, Cutthroat, is rooted or stunned, I throw my heal on him, or my self heal at him, and then I just keep on hitting 1 as soon as I have enough magicka. And you have plenty, and the more magicka you get at the very beginning, the more damage you can do, the more healing you're dealing to yourself. You can, of course, split it up between magicka and health, but I decided to go magic at the beginning to make sure I have guaranteed damage of the bat in the game. Now that is my way of playing, doesn't mean you have to follow exactly the same way. And while I'm here, I'm actually going to travel back to the city that I need to in order to sell some items and figure out how I can get further into the game and maybe try out some PvP now that I'm level 10. Okay, so you guys saw how I play. My ulti I use is mainly for AoE, which again stuns enemies, and on hit they will deliver softening strikes, allowing friendlies to heal themselves or you to heal yourself. It also does plenty amount of damage, but mainly the good effect about it is the AoE, and it's kind of like your oh shit button that you would really need to use only when the times are dire and need. So that is how I play, and I'm just gonna go. Let's see what else I can cover really. There's my abilities, high elf craft, class, softening. So right now, for a point that I have at this point, level 10, what can I grab? I'm thinking I'm gonna go one hand and shield. I don't think I'm gonna get defensive posture. I don't think I'm gonna get sword and board, although it does allow damage mitigation. And for heavy armor, Juggernaut allows for more attacks, damage with attacks per heavy armor equipped. I don't really need that because I'm not trying to be a DPS. I'm trying to be more tanky. Soul Magic, I have Soul Trap, deals magic damage over seconds, and fills the Soul Gem if the enemy dies affected. I actually haven't been using this ability ever, so this is something I might actually want to try out. Soul Trap, deals magic damage, and it costs Magicka. Alright, well that's something I can add into, but I don't think it's going to really change my game that much. I do have one that deals damage as a dot on an enemy. Persuasive Will allows player to persuade certain NPCs in conversations. That's something you can grab, but I'm looking for something that of a tanking fashion, really. I guess I will have to really take a look later on. I might do something with my class. Softening won't really do it. I don't think I want to grab anything like Shadow Cloak or Assassin's Blade, really, as I am using my Magicka mainly for healing, and it won't make sense for me to use it for damage. But okay, so since I don't really know what else to grab, I guess I'll grab Sword and Board, as it is a good choice. It does allow that magic mitigation or block mitigation and increasing my damage by weapon damage by 3%. I don't use my weapon too often, but you know, still use it. It's still going to be part of my play. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoy. If you want to try out this Nightblade skill build, whatever you want to call it, you know where to refer to this video, and if you have any questions, let me know. This has been Dalaran. I'll see you guys in the next video.